Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all gathered here to welcome into our midst one of the greatest minds of these times, one of the greatest visionaries of the modern world, and one of the greatest human beings that we have ever come across. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking of none other than our former president, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. One of the things that India seems to lack at times is true leadership. And that is exactly what Dr. Kalam gave her at times when she most needed it. He was a leader with a difference, and that difference was the most dazzling fact about him, that he dared to dream and inspired young India to dream. Not just to dream, but to dream real big and to strive to achieve those dreams. And for that, thank you, sir. Dr. Kalam also firmly believes that both science and spirituality share the same goal, that it is to do good to the fellow human being and finally attain the perfect nature of the Creator himself. We at Christ College truly believe in the veracity behind these ideals. And so now I call upon the choir to render a special song to invoke God's blessings upon us. Dr. Kalam once said, "It is not a disgrace to not reach the stars, but it is a disgrace to have no stars to reach for." This is the importance that Dr. Kalam attributes to true vision or to a dream in life, and it is exactly how important it should be to us. And to emphasize his vision of 2020, we now have a special presentation by the students of the theatre group entitled A Promise to the Future.
As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, I realize small aim is a crime.
अरे, इन तकनीकी बातों को छोड़ो और सच्चाई को जानो। झूठी आशाओं को छोड़ो और मेरी बात मानो। जो इतनी सदियों से ना हुआ, वो क्या अब होगा? जीवन कठोर सत्य है, इसे तुम पहचानो।
I will work and sweat for a great vision, the vision of transforming India into a developed nation, powered by economic strength with a value system.
जहाँ नहीं किसी में एकता, वहाँ भला तू क्या सुधार पाएगा आर्थिकता? जहाँ हर काम के लिए लगती लंबी कतार है, उसी में तुझे अपना खून बहाना है।
I am one of the citizens of a billion. Only the vision will ignite the billion souls.
हाँ, जानती हूँ।
It has entered into me.
ये बेतुकी बातें बहुत हो गई।
The ignited soul, when compared to any resource, is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, and under the earth.
अरे चुप, हमें आसमान में या जमीन के नीचे नहीं, जमीन पर रहना है।
I will keep the lamp of knowledge burning to achieve the vision. Developed India.
जहाँ हल्की हवा काफी है बुझाने इस दिए को, वहाँ तू जला रख पाएगा इस चिंगारी को।
जिंदगी का सफर है ये कैसा सफर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं, है ये कैसी डगर, चलते हैं सब मगर कोई कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं। जिंदगी को बहुत प्यार हमने दिया, मौत से भी मोहब्बत निभाएंगे हम। रोते रोते ज़माने में आए, मगर हंसते हंसते ज़माने से जाएंगे हम। जाएंगे पर किधर है किसे ये खबर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना नहीं। ऐसे जीवन भी हैं जो जिए ही नहीं, जिनको जीने से पहले ही मौत आ गई। फूल ऐसे भी हैं जो खिले ही नहीं, जिनको खिलने से पहले फिजा खा गई। है परेशान नजर, थक गए चारगर, कोई समझा नहीं, कोई जाना।
Don't you think all this will happen?
ये सब रंगमंच पर, तुम्हारी स्टेज पर अच्छा है। असली जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं होगा।
Who says it won't happen?
ये सब अपनी ही जिंदगी में उलझे हुए लोग हाँ, ये कर पाएंगे? इनमें से कोई एक भी कर पाएगा?
At least 10 persons who cannot read or write to do so. I will plant at least 10 saplings and ensure their growth through constant care. I will visit rural and urban areas and work up to permanently wean away at least 5 persons from addiction and gambling. I will constantly endeavor to remove the pain of my suffering brethren. I will not support any religious, caste or language differentiation. I will be honest and set an example for others to follow. I will work towards becoming an enlightened citizen and make my family righteous. I will respect all women and support women's education. I will always be a friend of the mentally and physically challenged and work hard to make them feel like the rest of us. I will proudly celebrate the success of my country and my people.
ज़ोहराब, मुझे मेरा जवाब मिल गया।
Sir, this is our take on your vision of 2020. Since the March of 2006, Christ College has focused on developing a theatrical presentation inspired by Dr. Kalam's visionary document itself. Theatre is a powerful way to inspire people and to create the impetus to act. The need of the hour is to be proactive, and we firmly hope and strongly believe that these theatrical presentations will go a long way in inspiring and motivating audiences to act. As the actors move off stage, let us take a look at the theatrical renditions of Vision 2020, which has taken place in this auditorium during the last 2 years. In the first year, we try to explore the India of yesterday, of today, and of tomorrow. Over 150 actors comprising of students, teachers, IT professionals, and homemakers got a unique perspective on Vision 2020 through this presentation. In the second year, the play revolved around the symbol of the Ashoka pillar. The presentation tried to look at the lesser-known aspects of 3 people who inspired this country: Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and of course, our chief guest of today, Dr. Kalam. The aim was to look at their perception of life and how lesser-known incidents in their lives played a part in shaping their greatness. These 3 people were portrayed as the 3 visible lines of the Ashoka pillar. The audience were left with the question, who amongst us in this country today is the 4th line? Dear Dr. Kalam, we thank you for your vision. The coming years will see more theatrical renditions to provoke the thought process of a growing India. Now I humbly request the People's President, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, the Rector of the Dharmaram College and President of Christ Educational Society, Father James Narithukal, the Principal of Christ Junior College, Father Joe Sisi, Mrs. Sheila Chako, the Coordinator of the Quality Cell, and Shrikant Srirama, the Student Representative and Science Forum President, to come up onto the dais. And now, I request Father Joe Sisi to deliver the welcome address.
Our distinguished guest, former President of India, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, Reverend Father James Narithukal, Rector, Dharmaram College, President of Christ Educational Society, Reverend Father Thomas, Principal of Christ College, Reverend Fathers, Mrs. Sheila Chako, Mr. Srikant, respected staff members of Christ College campus, parents, well-wishers, and my dear students. It is a great honor for us to welcome a leader of global standing, a visionary who launched our country into the space age and raised India into the club of nuclear powers, and the person who is so humble and works at igniting the minds of our country. Sir, it is a great pleasure to have you here with us today. It is indeed a glorious day for Christ College and all its institutions. The faculty and students of this college have been waiting for the last 2 years to have your presence in our institution. On a personal note, I still cherish the moment when I received my doctorate from you 2 years back at Pondicherry Central University. All of us gathered here have been inspired by your life, speeches, and your books. At a time when the Indian space program scheduled about 60 missions over the next 5 years, and when India is entering the next phase of space mission with its space planetary explorations, we are proud to reflect on your contributions in science and technology and igniting the minds of our country. As the most influential person of contemporary India, we cannot but cherish the vision by which you inspired the children and the youth of our country. In a masterful manner, you have tried to motivate and inspire 540 million youth and have become the people's president. Your three visions for India, freedom, development, and strength, will be achieved if we empower the youth of our country. We, as an educational institution, are doing specifically that in terms of infrastructure, social upliftment, exposure, and translating ideas to innovations. It is my privilege to share again with the gathering the journey which Christ College has embarked upon on the road of Mission India 2020. Spreading the mission, Vision 2020, since 2006 March, Christ College has focused on developing a theatrical presentation inspired by Dr. Abdul Kalam's visionary document. The college is committed to have Vision 2020 performance every year till the year 2020. On behalf of Christ College family, I cordially welcome you, sir, to launch Plasma and to interact with our students. I also welcome Reverend Father James Naridukil CMI, the head of all the Christ institutions and the inspiration behind all our activities. We're extremely happy, sir, for this honor you have bestowed on us, and we are eagerly waiting for your message. Your inspiring words will add new vigor and dimension in the people who are seated here today. May they draw inspiration from your words and shape an India which is truly developed economically, spiritually, technologically, and become a role model for the whole world to emulate. I once again welcome you, sir, and all other dignitaries on behalf of the staff and students of Christ College campus. Thank you.
Kalam once said, if their energies are channeled, they will unleash a momentum that will propel the nation on a fast track to development. These brief words shed light on the magnitude of belief that Dr. Kalam has in the ability of today, and a strong conviction that the time has come for the youth to rise up and make a difference. And so now, I request Dr. Kalam, Father James Naritukal, Father Joe Sisi, Mrs. Sheila Chako, and Shrikant Srirama to light the lamp. Symbolizing the igniting of a young mind and inaugurating Plasma, the month-long fest of Christ Junior College, encompassing the library week to spur on intellectual development, and to develop the habit of reading books and help the students to discover the treasures hidden in books. The Science Fest to inculcate a scientific bent of mind in the students. The Sports Fest in order to hone the skills of a budding sports stars and also sensitize the students towards the role of physical fitness in leading a healthy life. And of course, Crescendo, the intercollegiate cultural fest held over 2 days. Here the best among the best backlit out in various events. At many an occasion, Dr. Kalam has called children the wealth of the nation and the youth an asset to the nation. Words and thoughts such as these have left us all yearning for more. But the wait is finally over. For now, I request Dr. Kalam to address the gathering.
I am very happy to be with you today. I'm sorry for the delay. My flight got delayed 1 hour. That's how it happened. And first, I would like to greet Reverend Father Rector James, and then Dr. Jose, Father Jose, Principal, Christ Junior College, Mr. Sheila, and Mr. Srikant, and all the students and teachers. My greetings to all of you. Friends, I have prepared a talk for you. Last few days, I prepared a fantastic lecture for you. Then when I entered, when I saw you all, I changed my idea of reading that lecture. I want to say something different. It's okay? Very good. Now, you know, it seems to be here teachers and students in theater and art, you are excelling. I was moved the way you present India 2020. The both hero and heroine, the way they depicted, and all the students participated. So I was moved. It's a beautifully well done. And if it's done throughout the country, it may make a big change in the nation. Now, friends, I have selected a topic for you. Enlightened citizens. You know, we may have 1 billion people in the nation, but one important component we all have to be actuated is how to evolve with the enlightened citizen. Is it possible? Evolution of an enlightened citizen, is it possible? One of the criteria to become the enlightened citizen, I have got 3 components. The first component, education with value system. The second component, religion transforming into a spiritual force. The third component is the how to remove the poverty. 220 million people are below the poverty line, and it should be removed. If we achieve all these 3 things, that is education with value system, that's this campus you have to do, you are doing, and religion into spiritual force, very tough mission. Third thing is how do we remove the differences in society? How do we enrich the society? And everyone should have employment potential, education, health care. So I will say these are the 3-dimensional problem. For all these things, finally, we need one quality, that is righteousness. If you don't mind, will you repeat with me, all of you? Yes? Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. What's the starting point? What is the starting point? Righteousness in the heart. How do you get the righteous in the heart? Only 3 people can give. Only 3. One is, of course, father and mother. If you are having grandparents, they will add to the quality of righteousness. And third one, primary school teacher. Primary school teacher, father, mother, the righteous in the heart, then beauty in the character, harmony in the home, and then order in the nation and peace in the world, all will come. Is it possible? How do you make it? How do you make it? That is the topic I am going to talk to you. Education value system. Now, how do we get the education with value system? When I saw, when Father James, rector, he introduced me that he is the rector of this college and many colleges. Then I remembered when I was St. Joseph's College, Trichinopoli, one incident. That incident goes like that. Every Monday, Reverend Father Rector Kalatil, he will come to the class. 8:30 to 9:30, 1 hour class he will take every week. What he teaches? He will teach one day about Mahatma Gandhi. How he has become, he became a great personality, but how he has become. The best part of a person is his or her learning period in childhood at school. The learning period, 6th to 17th year of age, hence the school hours for children are the best time for learning, need for the best environment and mission-oriented learning with value-based education system. This reminds me the echo of the Pestoshi, a great teacher saying, "Give me a child. For 7 years afterwards, let the God or devil take the child. They cannot change the child because of my education." That is indeed the power of the teacher. I hope, I wish all of you having such type of powerful teacher. The parents and teachers, school campus at home, have to have an integrated mission, education with value system. This value system you get from the teachers, with the way they teach, the way they lead the life. And then you get parents, I so told you. And this Father Rector, Kalatil, whenever he comes and teaches on Mondays, the 1 hour, he will talk one day about Buddha. Another day, the Saint Augustine. Another day, he will talk about Einstein. Another day, Abraham Lincoln. Like that, every day, every week, he is going to give the best human being. And what is the value system they had? So that implanted in every one of us, and definitely it is indeed very important foundation. The moral science class is very important. That's how from the home and school you get education with value system. The second one, is it possible religion for a enlightened citizen, religion has to transform into a spiritual force? Is it possible? Everybody will say tough, because religion has got two components, theology and spiritual force. In theology, nobody can touch the religion. Everybody would like to have theological part of religion. But spiritual force of the religion, you will find every religion, the same thing they talk about, how you should be a good human being, how to remove the pain of the people, how to be the friendly to the people who are suffering. So it looks to me, the bridge we can find to connect the religions. So that's how I am saying it's possible. It happened in Thiruvananthapuram. When I was 1960s, I had a great visionary teacher, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. He was the founder president of the space. And he wanted a place. He was searching for a place for scientific research. Then the administration said, the place he wanted for such a scientific research is called Tumba. And that's a big church, St. Mary's Church. And also there's a bishop house. And so by administration, Kerala administration said it's not possible. Political system also said it's not possible, the land to be given. But there was one advice, that is the bishop name was Reverend Father Peter Pereira. It was Vikram Sarabhai was suggested to meet Reverend Father Peter Pereira. He met him on Saturday and he gave him time on Sunday. He went to the church. Sunday morning, he was having a biblical discourse to his people. Thousands of people in the church, and it was a big sight. First time I saw. Then this Reverend Father Peter Pereira introduced Vikram Sarabhai. Here is a scientist. He's doing the research in the space. And what is science? It's what I'm speaking to you, he says. In the mic, it is out of science. And that light, electricity, comes out of science. And the way we produce food comes out of agriculture science. So science finally improves the material life of a person or a family. And a teacher, a preacher, what does preacher does? He prays for the people, his people or her people, that for a peaceful life and stress-free life. So in short, Reverend Father Peter Pereira said, a science and a preacher, both of them finally converge on a good human life, So, dear children, can we give this church? Can we give this bishop house? Can we give all your belong to? He says in 9 months' time, he will build all this facility and better one he will provide. And there was a pin drop silence. Then after everybody got up, amen, they said, the church was given. It has not happened in the world. Anywhere it has not happened. In India it has happened. Why? Because there was two great human beings, a scientist and a great bishop. These two saw how a value of human being, how do you value the human life, and they decided science and spirituality, science and religion joined together. You had that religion has transformed to the spiritual force. So this happened in India. I was witness to that. Friends, so the second point now I have. The third point is that what you have fantastically depicted, that is India 2020, how to transform India from 220 million people, how to remove from the poverty and build them. So with the three characteristics, that the education value system, the transforming religion into a spiritual force, and third one is the India 2020 vision to remove the poverty, bringing in smiles in billion people. If three combination, then you get a enlightened citizen. So I visualize our India will be a role model for the world, evolution, not only economic development, but also a enlightened evolution of a enlightened citizen. Friends, this is what I would like to tell you. And you can, particularly all of you, students, you can ask me, 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2, and many college students have come. What I can do, you can ask me, what can I give? You ask yourself, what can I give? And just write it on paper, what I can give. Then you write down. I will give you some sample. For example, India 2020, when we are approaching India 2020, I visualize the following distinctive profile to emerge for India before the year 2020. What is that profile? How the students and teachers of Christ Junior College can contribute any one of its components. First one, we will build a nation where the rural and urban divide has reduced a thin line. When you are here, when you go out of this campus, definitely you can contribute. Can you do it? Next one, we will build a nation where there is an equitable distribution and adequate access to energy, quality water, and we can do it. We will build a nation where agriculture, industry, and service sector work together in symphony. We will build a nation where education with value system is not denied to any meritorious candidate because of societal or economic discrimination. We will build a nation which is the best destination for the most talented scholars, scientists, and investors. Shall we do it? We will build a nation where the best of healthcare is available to all. We will build a nation where the governance is responsive, transparent, and corruption-free. Can we do it? We will build a nation where poverty has been totally eradicated, illiteracy removed, and crimes against women and children are absent, and none the society feels alienated. We will build a nation that is prosperous, healthy, secure, peaceful, happy, and continues with a sustainable growth path. Shall we do it? We will build a nation that is one of the best places to live in and is proud of its leadership. So friends, this is what we visualize, the 10 points. Any one of you, anyone you can pick up anyone in your career or during the education without disturbing your education. Definitely India will become a economically developed nation with value system. That's very important. There may be a developed world, but what we are looking for is a nation with value system, because the value system we derive from our civilizational heritage. Now, what you will be when you go out of this campus? What type of personality you will have? You see the child in our homes, it cries. When the child cries, why it cries? The child says, you give me. Always child, when it cries, that child wants something. So the message child gives when it cries, you give me. Then you grow, some of you are teenager. Teenager, what you will do? You will say, I will do it alone. I can do it. What adult will say? Adult will say, let us do it together. Can you imagine what leader will say? Can you, anyone of you imagine what leader will say? Guess? Child said, you give me. Teenager says, I can do it alone. Adult says, let us do it together. Leader will say, a leader quality Crush Junior College students go out. And the leader, what he will do? Any guess? Eh? I will do. What can I give? What can I give? The leader will say, what can I give? You see that how it goes. You give me, I will do it alone, let us do it together. Leader will say, what can I give? When Mahatma Gandhi was 9 years old, his mother gave an advice. It stands for all of us today. Son, mother says to Mahatma Gandhi, son, 9 years boy, in your entire lifetime, if you can save or better someone's life, your birth as a human being and your life is a success, you have the blessing of the Almighty God. So this is the advice which stands for all of us. Each one of us, you give, happiness comes. It's not only resource you give, money you give, knowledge you can give. Removing the pain you can give. Every time you remove the pain, now we saw the beautiful theater action, how the happiness comes. So friends, these are the few thoughts came to me. And I have talked to you, enlightened citizen, and leadership quality, and most important thing, capacity to be built among students. In an institution like this, what is the type of capacity you can build? There are 5 capacities are there. That is the number 1 is the education system should instill in the minds of the student capacities of inquiry. Always question, inquiry. And second one, creativity. It should generate creativity in the minds and in action. Then technology friendly. Then the entrepreneurial and moral leadership. These are the 5 capacities. When the students go out of the academy, they will not become the seekers of the employment, they will be generators of the employment. So friends, I wish you, all of you, the great days in India, and all of us will build a great India. And kindly, all of you repeat with my final words. It is on courage. Courage to think different. Courage to invent. Courage to travel into an unexplored path. Courage to discover the impossible. courage to combat the problems and succeed are the unique qualities of the youth. As a youth of my nation, I will work and work with courage to achieve success in all my national development missions. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Friends, you have asked me some questions. Now I will see whether I have to go somewhere. But some question I will like to answer. This is, one is Priti Bharadwaj. You are here, Priti?
Yes.
You are here?
Yes, sir.
Put your question.
Sir, good afternoon, sir, on behalf of all of us here. Sir, why did you choose the year 2020 in particular to articulate your vision of a developed India?
You know, when the child is born, it is has a vision of 2020. No? It is so powerful, 2020. So what it means is, we must this year, and also when we proposed, it was, we did it in 1997. It was proposed to the people. So we calculated what is the GDP growth, what is the type of the literacy, what the type of employment potential. At that time when we proposed, the GDP growth was 3.5%. Today it's 9%. So that idea of 2020 coming very closer. We need 10% GDP growth, and keep it for 10 years. Definitely we will arrive. Even before that, it's not only we should have a developed India 2020, even before that possible. And because ignited mind of the youth, as you put it in the theatric action, is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, under the earth. There's a second question.
Thank you, sir.
Second question is, I think Varsha, you are there? VARSHA.
Sir?
Varsha PD.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sir, is liberalization,
Where is that?
privatization and globalization a hindrance to the Gandhian dream of rural empowerment?
Well, you know, liberalization, privatization and globalization need not become a hindrance to a Gandhian dream of rural empowerment. Finally, what we want is the 70% of the people who are in the rural area, they should be empowered. So how we can do? Through the physical connectivity, by roads and transport, then electronic connectivity, telemedicine, teleeducation, e-governance, and third is the knowledge connectivity. If we give all the three of them, economic connectivity will come, the rural India. Definitely what Mahatma Gandhi wanted, the rural prosperity. There are many ways. Definitely the providing urban facility rural area is one of the ways. With next question, Andrew.
Thank you, sir.
Andrew, where are you, Andrew?
Sir, India is a country which pursues the policies of non-violence and brotherhood. So how do you feel being the missile man of such a nation?
Well, you know, see, it is like this. If you see our history of about, you take 3,000 years of history, nearly 600 years, Chandragupta's time, 1 and 2, 600 years time out of 3,000 years, India was free. Then 1947 we got freedom. Why India was only out of 3,000 years, 600 years only, why it was free? Somebody else always was ruling, one way or another. So I believe The reason is strength, respect the strength. If you take our nation, when all around there are nations weaponized, you could not be doing dabas. So naturally, we have to defending capability must have. That's what India is doing now through the weaponization, through the missile program, so that peace can be there. That once you are strength, respect strength. All of you repeat, strength, respect, strength. That means if you are strength, then you are allowed to continue with your development process. If the strength is not there, what happened, the history will repeat. Okay? The biodiesel, government have decided 10 to 15% biodiesel you can mix with the regular diesel. And beyond that, you need a lot of modification in the car engines, truck engines. Now the people are working, the plantation has started, millions of hectares already, many states they have started cultivating. But technology has to come in simultaneously for better seeds, better saplings, and then the yield should be nearly 40%, and for that scientific work is going on. And then you have to do the extraction and the esterification you have to do. That is also being done, and the big machines we have to build. I believe another 5 years' time, India will be capable of producing sufficient biodiesel. It's possible. Now, last question, Shashank.
Sir, India has spent a huge amount of money on the mission Chandrayaan, while we have a very low human development index. So, how will the common man benefit from this mission?
Well, you know our space program. Yesterday, I was the astronautical, International Astronautical, the Congress. All the people from various parts of the country. One unique thing I found, while the China built the capability of human man capability for Earth orbit, and USA and Russia is very busy with the outer space research like Mars and beyond. And European space program is busy with marketing. India space program uniquely configured for societal mission. If you launch a communication satellite, it connects millions and millions of villages. If we launch a remote sensing satellite, there are 9 communication satellites, 6 remote sensing satellites, our own. 6 remote sensing satellite gives the resource, water, what type of threat in the flood conditions. So it's all societal oriented. Space program, Indian space program is societal oriented. And this moon experiment, Chandrayaan program, 2008 it's planned to launch. That is to study the moon atmosphere and also geological aspect of the moon, because the world is in another 50 to 75 years it is expected. World Energy Forum says these all the energy sources like fossil fuel, oil, gas, coal will get vanished. So then we need energy. Energy possible from space through solar power satellite. Energy is possible. I understand there's a helium-3 possibility in moon. Then there is a possibility of generation, thermonuclear reaction, so that you can generate electricity, you can move. So we should be prepared. After all, when we go other planets, India should have a right that we have our flag there. Okay? Okay, friends, it's a beautiful thing to talk to all of you. Some of the question, what you sent me, I will put in my website, www.abdulkalam.com. Okay? Wish you all the best. God bless you.
Well, sir, it has been a long-cherished dream for most of us to speak with the people's president himself. And today, some of us have realized it. But otherwise, sir, just being in your presence has been awe-inspiring. Sir, it has been nothing short of a dream to see you here, sitting amongst us today, very much a part of us, and for that, we're all grateful to the one above. Thank you, sir.
Needless to say, we are truly honored and privileged to have you, Dr. Abdul Kalam, a person of such high caliber and esteem in our midst today. Your being here with us today is truly an indicative of your passion for the enrichment of the youth. You are truly an inspiration in every light of the word. Your life is an example of what a common man with uncommon determination can accomplish. You serve as the ideal role model, spiritually, academically, and politically. We acknowledge you for being the humanitarian that you are, and are very grateful to have such a person as you to look up to. Dr. Kalam, we promise to fulfill your vision 2020 to the best of our abilities. We promise to bring righteousness in our heart and thus beauty in our character. With this beauty in our character, we will bring harmony into our homes. With this harmony in our homes, we will bring order in our nation. And finally, with this order in our nation, we promise to bring peace in our world. I would like to thank Father James Narithukal, Rector of Dharmaram College and President of Christ Educational Society. Your presence here has added grandeur to this already momentous occasion. The skill of teaching is one that is divine, and those blessed with it are to be truly honored and respected. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the staff members of the Christ family, without whom the execution of this event would not have been possible. I would also like to thank every single person who's been instrumental in making this program a grand success. Christ College has made the concept of Vision 2020 its mission. Every year, we prepare a theatre presentation on Vision 2020. Dr. Kalam, kindly accept this memento, which is a theatrical rendition of a promise to the future. Sir, kindly accept this memento on behalf of the students of Christ Junior College. The memento by the students contains their creative jottings on the needs, dreams, and vision for the nation, after being inspired by your book, sir. This is a manuscript from the students with the promise, we will. Once again, we extend our heartfelt thank yous to you, Dr. Kalam, for being here with us today and giving us, in a very real sense, the essence of the man that you are. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the national anthem is about to be sung.